Election since Lok Sabha, Congress has sold the Khata-Khat model of governance. The party chief Mallikarjun Kharge has exposed his own party. Watch clear admission of the Khata-Khat model's failure on record.
ನಮಗೆ ಈಗ ನೀವು 5 ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಿ? 5. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ 5 ನೋಡಿ ನಾನು 5 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿನಿ. ಈಗ ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ 5 ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ, ನೀ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಒಂದು ಕೈ ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಿ ಇವತ್ತು. ನೀವು ಓದ್ತಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಪೇಪರ್, ನಾವು ಪೇಪರ್ನಾಗ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ನೋಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಇರಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಪೇಪರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಹೇಳಿ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿ. ಈಗ ನಾವು ನಿಮಗೆ ಅನುಕರಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದಾಗ ಯಾವುದು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದೆ 5, 6, 10, 20 ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬಜೆಟ್ ಇದೆ ಆ ಬಜೆಟ್ ತಕ್ಕಂತೆ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಗಳು ಕೊಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು.
Prime Minister Modi took on Kharge. He said that the Congress is making promises they cannot deliver on, and Kharge's remark have badly exposed Congress financial models. In Himachal Pradesh, Congress ministers were asked to not take salary, and even a toilet tax was introduced amid the worst state financial crisis in the state.
राहुल गांधी ने हिमाचल में क्या क्या घोषणा की थी, हम ये कर देंगे, हम वो कर देंगे। और आज ये स्थिति है कि मुख्यमंत्री कह रहे हैं मंत्रियों से, विधायकों से, भैया तनख्वाह जा लेना बंद करो। अब ये कह रहे हैं कि सबसे, ये देश की राजनीति में इससे बड़ा कोई शर्मनाक प्रयास नहीं हो सकता कि टॉयलेट पर भी टैक्स लगाने की बात चल रही थी।
In Karnataka, the Muda scam tremors persist. The government is now reviewing its promise on free bus rides to women.
कर्नाटका की थोड़ी बात आपको हम बताना चाहते हैं। कर्नाटका में 5 गारंटी की घोषणा की थी। सभी परिवार के मुखिया को 2000 रुपया मासिक देंगे, सभी घरों को 200 यूनिट बिजली देंगे, स्नातक युवकों को 3000 रुपया देंगे पर मंथ बेरोजगारी भत्ता, प्रति व्यक्ति प्रति माह 10 किलो चावल देंगे अन्य भाग्य में। अब क्या हो रहा है आपके सामने है। अब ये स्थिति है कि बस, जो फ्री बस देना था उसको भी रिव्यू करने की बात हो रही है।
Congress Khata-Khat model seems to be crumbling in various states. The BJP has come out all guns blazing against Kharge. They demand an apology from Kharge.
आज कांग्रेस पार्टी ने अपने अध्यक्ष के माध्यम से पहली बार स्वीकार किया है कि कांग्रेस के द्वारा जो होता रहा है वो जनता की आंखों में धूल झोंकने की बात रही है। क्या श्रीमान खरगे साहब माफी मांगेंगे जो तेलंगाना में हो रहा है, जो कर्नाटका में हो रहा है, जो हिमाचल प्रदेश में हो रहा है?
As the row over Congress Khata-Khat model gets bigger and bigger, when will the party's state units start making promises that are fiscally feasible?
Ravi Shankar Prasad, Lok Sabha Member of Parliament, former Union Minister, led that attack of the BJP earlier today. Mr. Prasad, I was watching that live now. While you are attacking the Congress party, isn't it true that you are also doing Khata-Khat politics in Maharashtra before the elections?
Arnab, namaskar.
Namaskar, sir.
Long time that I saw you on channel.
Thank you, sir.
My greetings for you for Diwali.
Thank you, sir.
Keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
Or not, you must notice my observation today. Congress party has a legacy of making false promises, extracting votes and forgetting the voters. Garibi Hatao started in 1971, a disaster. I specifically mentioned all the schemes in Karnataka, all the schemes in Himachal Pradesh, Telangana, and now their president has to openly admonish them. And therefore I had to tell him today, have you told your leader, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, to to stop the Khata-Khat politics. The first education is for Rahul Gandhi to have as to how these kind of reckless promises are being made.
Khatakhat flops.
You ask,
Khatakhat flops.
yeah, and therefore the Khatakhat thing came to be a part of Indian political lingo. But Arnab, you rightly ask a question. Let me give you a reply to in a larger perspective. Today, if Ladli Bahan Yojana is successful in Madhya Pradesh, it is there delivered on the ground. Empowering disadvantaged people, including women, is the obligation of a political party. How you do it, how you manage the finance. Today, if 80 crore Indians are getting free ration, they are getting it. If 11 crore farmers are getting 6,000 every year, at a click of a button, it is delivered when the PM says, now we have to deliver it. You have seen nearly 45 crore people are getting benefit of DBT.
Yeah, but
Therefore, this whole digital India, make in India, all these things are a part of empowerment and they are being delivered.
yes,
If
but
we are delivering in
Mr.
Maharashtra,
Prasad,
promising in Maharashtra,
yeah, but
it will be delivered.
Yeah, but Mr. Prasad, the similarity between Maharashtra and Karnataka are that they are among the few top revenue deficit states in the country. Karnataka has over 12,000 crores. Maharashtra, the number had about 16 or 17,000 crores. So Khatakhat only adds to the deficit. It's not a revenue surplus state.
Let me reply to it. Or no, one is fiscal management, fiscal prudence, and one is reckless malgovernance. If you have a vision, you can surely do it. Why not? After all, let me ask a question to you. Today, Maharashtra is having some of the finest national highways or not? New are being added or not? Even infrastructure being taken care of. In spite of a revenue deficit provision which you are talking about, I do not have the details. Maybe I will be able to revert to you once I have the details. But the larger issue is, how do you govern well? How do you take care of your finances? Unlike in Karnataka, कि भाई पैसे नहीं है क्या करें, बस की योजना वापस कर लें. Unlike in Himachal Pradesh, तनख्वाह देना बंद कर दो, क्या करें, टॉयलेट टैक्स लगा दो.
But isn't it while your criticism of the Congress is fair, isn't all politics moving towards whether we call it Khatakhat or freebies or reverie, whether unemployment dole, free electricity, free bus rides, cash handouts to women, cash equivalent discounts. It's become in a world where people expect more. Isn't this the direction, overall direction? You may say we plan it better, but you would also do it. It would be difficult for the BJP to win Maharashtra without the Ladli Behna scheme. Am I wrong there? That it will help you win the election. So hasn't it become a political necessity?
Or no, first of all, let me take it to a larger issue. You have a point. The country's polity will have to debate about it. But people expect, and it's the job of the government, I would say a duty of the government, to take care of the poor. Many people had problem with Mudra scheme, but today Mudra scheme has empowered so many people, 20 crore plus.
Yes.
They are doing small business. Now the scheme has been raised from 10 lakh to 20 lakh. You can have a different way about it. The DBT, today DBT is a great success. Even the whole world is applauding it.
Separately.
Therefore, no, again I would say,
of Rahul, full long bite.
ultimately what is important or no is how do you govern? How do you manage your finances? Is it fiscal prudence or reckless expenditure and sweeping scandalous promises?
Yeah.
That is the dividing line, or no? And yes, ultimately the job of the government is basically to ensure good hospitals, good roads, good education, and good infrastructure, and also care for the disadvantaged. The poor, the extreme poor. And these schemes fit in that category.
Well, I think, Mr. Prasad, thank you very much. There's a P&L sheet for every company and there's also a P&L sheet for every government. And you keep a balance between your social responsibility and the need to govern efficiently Thank you, Mr. Prasad. Great to see you and happy Diwali to you, sir, belatedly. And
My pleasure. My pleasure, Arnab. My pleasure.
Thank you, sir. And Ratnakar Tripathi joins us from Varanasi, along with Sanju, who stays on. Mr. Tripathi, what struck me there was the candor with which the Congress president was advising his topmost leaders, his chief minister and his deputy chief minister, and saying that they have gone wrong and that in the future, they must first look at their budget before making the guarantees. Obviously, he's saying it because somewhere it has not worked.
You can term it your way, sir. But the thing is that you must admire the courage of Kharge ji, who had the courage to put it in words that commit what you can. Commit what you can. And I was just listening to Ravi Shankar Prasad ji. He was, I think. I don't think. There is a fact that you must have a balance between the income and the expenditure. And what is happening? What are they doing? Let me quote one report of Bank of Baroda, not of Congress, not of BJP party. I mean, Bharatiya Janata Party. Bank of Baroda's economic research team did a survey of financial year 2022 and 2023. And they put 5 states. That time led by Karnataka, included that time led by BJP. Punjab, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Maharashtra and Gujarat. And the states which were going most subsidies were the three BJP-led states, Gujarat, Maharashtra and Karnataka. So the Karnataka government is in debt.
No,
Within
sir.
1 year and a half year, Congress can't improve the things.
No, Can
I come in?
Mr. Tripathi, Sanju will respond to you. It's a straight 1 versus 1, as I said. The only thing I would say to you, politely, is that you may not be able to improve everything in 1 year, but you also should not worsen it. Between the 5... Sir, allow me to complete. Between the 5 Congress guarantees of Griha Lakshmi, Shakti scheme, Annabhagya scheme, Gruha Jyoti scheme and Yuva Nidhi schemes, these 5 guarantees alone, the bill is 52,000 crores. Now you can't go to a 5-star hotel, order yourself a 7-course meal and say, I don't have the money to pay for a cup of tea. You can do that and land in trouble yourself. But what you're doing here, you're making the people of Karnataka fall into debt. And Sanju is responding to you, and then I'll come back to you. Sanju.
Thank you. Yeah, we are having a sensible debate. And, I will respond to Mr. Tripathi with hard facts. I always say the devil is in the detail. Now, Karnataka has an overall GDP size of somewhere around 27-28 lakh crore. And it is said that because of the various freebies and Khata-Khat schemes, the debt will go up to 8.5 lakh crore in the next 18 months, which means Karnataka's debt to GDP will be 30%. Now look at Maharashtra. Maharashtra has an overall GDP of about 45 lakh crore. Now on 45 lakh crore, if you have a debt of say 7 or 8 lakh crore, it still works out to a debt to GDP of less than 18%. So the first point I'm making is that jitni aapki chadar hai, utna apna pav phailao. Please don't say, oh, Maharashtra is giving Ladki Bahin Yojana, so why can't Karnataka give XYZ? I always say that it's good to be ambitious, but try and marry ambition with seamless execution. And that is where the Congress fails. So the second point is, when the Congress made those false promises of, 10 kg free rice, free bus rides, free 200 units of electricity, 3,000 cash stipend to women, 1,500 cash stipend to unemployed youth, they knew the writing on the wall that it will make Karnataka's balance sheet much weaker than it has always been for the longest time. Yet they went ahead and made those promises. What happened, Arnab? In less than a year, they said, we can't give 10 kg ration free. Who is to blame? It is the Food Corporation of India, which works under the Modi government. Arey bhai sahab, Food Corporation of India, set up in 1965, maintains buffer stock of food grades to ensure the country's food security. Please don't drag the FCI into the Congress's appeasement vote-oriented politics. And what has happened? Today, instead of giving free X and free Y, milk prices up by 2 rupees per litre in Karnataka, petrol diesel prices up by 3 rupees a litre in Karnataka, stamp duty prices up anywhere
but in a competitive model
in Karnataka. Electricity prices up 37%.
but I wish to ask, the BJP spokesperson a counter question. My counter question to you, Sanju, would be before I go back to Ratnakar Tripathi is this, and just give me a very short reply to this one so that we can balance out the debate. My question to you is, would you have the political guts to undo the freebies? For example, if the old pension scheme of the Congress government in Himachal Pradesh cost 1,000 crores, right? Would you say that you would take it back because you can't afford it? Or, for that matter, would you say that the Griha Lakshmi scheme, Shakti scheme and Annbhagya scheme, you would roll it back if you were to come to power? You can criticize them, but would you have the political courage to promise to undo the schemes?
Okay, I think that's
if
a
you
great
were in
question.
power.
And I think that's a great question. And Arnab, just bear with me for 45 seconds. Let me just finish by saying, when you offer Ladki Bahin Yojana to the women in Maharashtra, it is giving them 1,500 rupees a month. We have given it to 1 crore people, which means 1,500 crore monthly outgo, whereas the entire budget of Maharashtra is more than 7 to 8 lakh crores. The economy of Maharashtra is more than 45 lakh crore. The annual revenues are more than 6 lakh crore. So please don't compare Karnataka with Maharashtra, or don't compare Himachal Pradesh with Maharashtra. In Himachal Pradesh, we have said, I'm coming to your question, 20 seconds. The reason why the Modi government came up with UPS is because it said that OPS is not workable. In the UPS, while there is a guaranteed pension to pensioners, there is the contribution by the state also to the tune of 14%, but it is not a freebie, because the employee has to make a contribution, the employer has to make a contribution, and the concerned central or state government also has to make a contribution. That is why the Modi government replaced OPS with UPS, which combines the best
now,
of
ladies
both
and gentlemen,
UPS and
let me play the soundbite of Rahul Gandhi where he spoke about Khata-Khat before we move on. Let's hear this, please.
एक महिला का नाम चुना जाएगा और उस महिला के बैंक अकाउंट में साल के 1 लाख रुपए डाल दिए जाएंगे। महीने के 8,500 रुपए हर महीना 1 तारीख को खटाखट 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 खटाखट। परिवार में से एक महिला का नाम चुना जाएगा और उस महिला के बैंक अकाउंट में साल के 1 लाख रुपए डाल दिए जाएंगे। महीने के 8,500 रुपए हर महीना 1 तारीख को खटाखट 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 खटाखट।
Ratnakar Tripathi.
Yeah.
Now I see that, Sanju. Ratnakar Tripathi. Now people are saying.
Have a good laugh,
people
Dr.
are
Goswami,
people are
but
saying.
please,
People are saying this.
please.
See that now I'll tell you what. अभी
Then you
1
say
लाख
there is no
रुपए
time.
नहीं मैं आपको बोल रहा हूं, अभी 1 लाख रुपए नहीं, अब डीके शिव कुमार बोल रहे हैं कि ये जो हमने बस राइड फ्री देने की बात कही थी, खटाखट खटाखट खटाखट, इसको वापस लीजिए। सुक्खू सरकार बोल रही है पैसे नहीं है, खटाखट खटाखट खटाखट, सैलरीज मत दीजिए। सो यू नो व्हाई प्रॉमिस?
भाई सुन तो लीजिए, आप फिर बोलेंगे समय नहीं है। ये फेयर होगा क्या? अमित शाह जी की रानीवाला राजस्थान की भी एक क्लिप चला दें, जिसमें उन्होंने बोला कि सरकार आएगी तो हर परिवार को, हर महिला के परिवार को सिलेंडर जो मिलेगा वो 450 रुपए मिलेगा। खटाखट खटाखट खटाखट, बस उन्होंने खटाखट बोला।
we have been able to fulfill.
अच्छा, let him complete. I'll come to you. Sanju, I'll come to you. We're having a sensible debate. It will be better if you respond at the end of his remarks. Please, you respond at the end of his remarks. I'll come to you. Thank you. Let him. You come at the end of his remarks. Now you have to listen, Sanju. I want you to hear his remarks and then respond. Please continue, Mr.
The only thing the Karnataka government is to blame to, that they didn't see that the BJP government, last BJP government, has bankrupted the state. That is what they have to blame to. Now let me quote the one line from the same report of Bank of Baroda Research Committee.
Himachal Pradesh has
And
gone
the center.
bankrupt. Himachal
मतलब
Pradesh
या उनको
government
बोलने
cannot
दीजिए,
pay
मैं
salaries to
बोलूं।
government
Sanju, let him complete. I assure you I will come to you. I assure you I will come to you,
He was
Sanju.
talking about GDP, sir. At the central
I will
level,
come to you, Sanju.
the subsidies,
Ratnakar.
let me quote again. At the central level, the subsidies as a percentage of GDP are very higher in 2022-23 than pre-pandemic days.
I ask you this.
That is what they are
Tripathi.
giving. But they are
I
not-
asked Sanju a counter,
They are
I'll ask
not
you a
gathering
counter.
it.
Mr. Tripathi, Sanju, 1 minute. Sanju, 1 minute, let me counter him and then I'll come to you. I have two counters for you. I have two counters for you, Mr. Tripathi. My first counter is, listen to me, sir, and just listen. Mr. Tripathi, in June this year, soon after the Lok Sabha elections, Siddaramaiah sat in a review meeting with his officials and he says, increase the price of diesel, increase the price of petrol, Khata-Khat, Khata-Khat, Khata-Khat. Then, D.K. Shivakumar sat with some officials in August and he says, increase the tariff on water, pani, Khata-Khat, Khata-Khat, Khata-Khat. Then am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? Am I right or am I wrong? Tell me, Mr. Tripathi. Tell me. I can either be right or wrong. I've never been on the fence.
You don't want to hear things from me. Please,
Please, I'm here only to hear from you. Yes, sir, I'll listen to you.
I'm talking about how the subsidies are being given. The public is getting poor because the same report says that, however, the composition of central government subsidies has changed with food and fertilizers,
Do not digress from the
not on
topic.
petroleum products.
Now what is-
Congress
Getting
promised
poorer.
free electricity,
And the
free
data
bus
are not
rides,
fair.
I have a question.
Adam Godwi ने कहा था, let me finish
Okay.
myself, चले जाइएगा.
In Himachal Pradesh, Congress
तुम्हारी फाइल में गांव का मौसम गुलाबी है.
Ratnakar.
आपके झूठे हैं ये दावा किताबी.
89,000 crores.
And the states which are giving more subsidies, the highest subsidies, have the backing of the central government.
Okay, I have a last question to Sanju, and Sanju must listen to my question before she answers. Let me put a situation today, Sanju Verma, of say January 2025. If you win the elections in Maharashtra, you will form the government and there will be a chief minister, either Eknath Shinde or Devendra Fadnavis or whoever, but one of them. And suppose one day two people sit before the prime minister. One is your BJP chief minister in Maharashtra. One is your Congress chief minister in Karnataka. Both need money. Both have made commitments on these schemes. And you have 10,000 crore rupees to give. Will you give 10,000 crore rupees to the BJP and zero to Congress ruled state Karnataka? Or 10,000 crore rupees to Karnataka and zero to Maharashtra? Or will you divide it equally? You will say, Siddaramaiah, you take 5,000 because you made promises. And Mr. Shinde or Mr. Fadnavis, you take 5,000 because you made promises. What will you do?
You've asked a great question. Let me be very clear. And this is something which only an economist like me can answer. Let me don the hat of an economist. The RBI has a formula under WMA facility, ways and means advances. State governments are given grants and loans at highly concessional rates by the WMA facility of RBI based on how well states implement welfare schemes of the Modi government
All
and
right.
state government schemes. So if the Karnataka
You'll use that
government
formula.
has a
Okay.
better track record,
Okay.
they will get
You said
more
you'll
money
use that
under
formula.
the
Okay.
WMA.
Sanju Verma and Ratnakar Tripathi, it was a pleasure to have both of you on this versus Khata-Khat debate. And on the next Khata-Khat debate we have tonight at 9 o'clock, why I support Donald Trump on his issue of countering Hindu phobia. When I'm back.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the...
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, mass comm, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. All I want is a touch of love.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Everyone celebrating in the UK and around the world a joyful Diwali. Last Diwali, the leader of the opposition and his family lit the deers outside 10 Downing Street.
I became leader of my party during Diwali, and I now stand down during that same festival. I'm proud to have been the first British Asian Prime Minister, but I was even prouder that it was not that big a deal.
Judging by the speed with which his party goes through leaders, he may be back here before too long, but in the meantime, I'm sure he'll be a great champion for the people of Richmond. I wish everyone celebrating in the UK and around the world a joyful Diwali, a time to come together to celebrate and focus on a brighter future. Last Diwali, the leader of the opposition and his family lit the deers outside 10 Downing Street. It was a significant moment in our national story. The first British Asian Prime Minister is a reminder that this is a country where people of every background can fulfil their dreams, and it makes us all proud to be British.
Leader of the Opposition, Rishi Sunak.
Today is my last appearance at PMQs, and I'm happy to confirm reports that I will now be spending more time in the greatest place on earth, where the scenery is worthy.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. All I want is a touch of love.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Director, The Taste of Success.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. All I want is a touch of love.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
And now time, ladies and gentlemen, for the nation's sharpest opinion and the Republic Media Network. fully supports Donald Trump's strong position against the endless violence on Hindus in Bangladesh. He is completely correct. The present US government, which I believe used its deep state to forcibly throw out Sheikh Hasina in an anti-democratic military coup, the Biden government has completely compromised on the violence against Hindus in Bangladesh. The existing US government of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris knows that radical Islamists are hounding and persecuting and killing Hindus in Bangladesh, burning their temples, but it does not care as long as the regime change operation and the CIA and the State Department agenda of taking over Bangladesh strategically is met. What should Hindus do? Hindus in America and Hindus around the world must work very hard now and bring together every available opportunity, including using their political and financial clout, to make world leaders take a strong and open line against the continuous violence against Hindus worldwide and presently specifically in Bangladesh. Today, after Trump's open stand, even Trudeau, who is hostage to the Khalistani lobby, was forced to say that he is concerned about the threats to the Hindu community in Canada. Hindus must consolidate and speak up now. This is the time. Hindus must realize that influence means nothing if their collective interests, their fight against Hinduphobia, is not supported by governments, leaders, and international institutions around the world. And while they do so, Hindus must also corner the apologists for Hinduphobia. People who say Hinduphobia does not exist, or Hinduphobia is just a result of personal paranoia. It's not paranoia, we know it. The massacre of Kashmiri Pandits, the Hindus in Kashmir, was not paranoia, it is the truth. The killing of Hindus in Bangladesh isn't made up by us, it is a harsh reality that Muhammad Yunus refuses to accept. Similarly, the clear anti-Hindu bias of the Congress party, of the DMK, of Mamata Banerjee, it's not fiction. It is a fact that hypocrites in the Lutyens lobby try to look away from. So what can we do? We can make these two-faced hypocrites accept and confront the reality. Ask them repeatedly why a shopkeeper was attacked for playing Hanuman Chalisa in March this year in Bangalore. How is playing Hanuman Chalisa a transgression on anyone else's rights? Ask them why 70 teachers were forced to resign after the coup by Muhammad Yunus and the US in Bangladesh. Ask them, confront them, and ask them why Geetanjali Barua, a teacher from Azimpur Government Girls' School in Bangladesh, was tied to a tree by her students after the coup in Bangladesh, and why 20 Hindu temples were vandalized in that country. Ask them, confront them, speak up. For you see, viewers of Republic and supporters of Republic, if we don't speak, they will think that Hindus don't face atrocities. The fact is, Hindus do face atrocities. And we have been taught for a long time, completely wrongly, that accepting injustice and being silent while being attacked makes us better Hindus. It does not. We have a right to exist. We have a right to be vocal. And yes, we have absolutely a right to be assertive. It is our democratic right. And we will use it. Let's debate.
Leaders from the Indy did not hesitate once before saying Jai Palestine on our sacred parliament floor, while the same leaders have remained categorically silent about the violence against Hindus in Bangladesh. Meanwhile, former US President Donald Trump took to social media platform X and took a clear stand against the rampant atrocities against Hindus in Bangladesh.
His message was clear: condemn the barbaric violence against Hindus. The question is, if an American leader can condemn these atrocities, why can't some of our leaders condemn something that is unfolding right in our very vicinity? Temples vandalized, diktats over Durga Puja celebrations, shops attacked. Bangladesh is indeed in complete chaos. But despite that, some of our leaders maintain their radio silence. On the occasion of India's Independence Day, Prime Minister Modi as well had expressed concerns about the situation in Bangladesh.
बांग्लादेश में जो कुछ भी हुआ है उसको लेकर पड़ोसी देश के नाते चिंता होना, मैं इसको समझ सकता हूं। मैं आशा करता हूं कि वहां पर हालात जल्द ही सामान्य होंगे, कि वहां हिंदू, वहां के अल्पसंख्यक, उस समुदाय की सुरक्षा सुनिश्चित हो।
While the situation in Bangladesh continues to escalate with each passing day, the question that stays is, when will our politicians do away with selective outrage?
Now, my first guest tonight is Shalabh Shali Kumar, very familiar man now on the Indian circuit in the United States. He's founder of the Republican Hindu Coalition, chair of 2016 Indian Americans for Trump campaign, and Trump's all-weather friend. He's never given up on Trump, even when Trump's been through his downs, even when Trump was being interrogated, even when Trump was being incarcerated. He's never given up on his friend. So good of you to do that, Shalabh, and it's good to see you tonight.
Arnab, I'm talking to you after a couple of years, and I remember 2016 when you invited me. You flew from Mumbai to Delhi, and we had that debate.
Yes.
So you're looking younger and younger.
You see, the Congress party put me in jail for 2 weeks. I came out looking like I'd been on a spa.
Okay, so great to be with you.
Thank you.
And I heard your monologue.
Yes.
I mean, I don't need anybody better than you.
I believe in what I said. I believe in what I said.
Cause of, yes, I know you do. I mean, I've known you deep inside. That's the truth. And if you remember, just a couple of years ago, you talked about when it was just normal for President Trump to say, when he endorsed the idea of Hindu Holocaust Memorial. I was on your show at that time.
Yes.
So it's where President Trump's head is well known. It's well known since 2015. So that's where he has always been. You talk about atrocities now. Of course, Kashmir files brought it up. But I mean, we all know, we have been silent about it. The atrocities, the genocide against Hindus, Sikhs, Jains, and everybody, that started in 1100. Year 1100. That's been going on for so many years. I remember one Sultan, the whole story, he needed to have the heads of 1 lakh Hindus every year. And, he asked his armed forces to make sure that he has the heads cut off and put them into a warehouse. I mean, that's what has gone on for a long time. And Hindus are pacifists normally, but we need people like you. And so we need to be vocal.
Thank you.
We need to.
I can only say this. Thank you for everything you've said here. I just like people who talk straight, and I think Kamala Harris is not talking straight. And I think while she is sort of underplaying her own Indian background and appearing to be a more multicultural candidate on the one side, and on the other side, Donald Trump is quite clear. He's saying Hindus are being targeted and they are being tortured. And Joe Biden is doing a wrong thing. Kamala Harris is doing a wrong thing. If he becomes president, what will change? My question is, what will change if Trump becomes president from an Indian perspective, A, or from a Hindu perspective, B, compared to what will happen if Kamala Harris were to be the president? What would be the difference for India and secondly for the Hindu community in these two situations?
Very clear. So let's say for India foreign policy, I would like to remind your people, audience, a statement by IDRW, India's Defense Research Wing, said when Article 370 and 35 were removed, they said Kamala Harris has some radical views on Kashmir. India needs to be cautious. That was the statement from Raw. And now you ask what will be the difference between, let's say, United States under Trump towards India, Bharat, and Indian Americans, Hindu Americans versus Kamala. Kamala's view on Kashmir are well known. She is going to push, if she becomes the president, she is going to push India in with this so-called religious minority in Kashmir. And she would want to support UN resolution. She would want to support Pakistan, which today is kind of a bankrupt nation, but it's a proxy for China. So, and you know, right now, the biggest enemy of democracies, United States and Bharat, is China. And they want to become the world power in 2049. They have declared it very clearly. They don't hide their agenda. In fact, Arnab, I'm writing a book, which is Chinese colonization of America in 2049. That's their goal. That's what they want to do. And unless we confront that, unless United States and India get together, have like a free trade agreement, one thing you could expect in the next 4 years under Trump administration, there will be a serious push towards a free trade agreement between United States and India. United States and India need to be joined at the hip, on the shoulder, should be all together like United States and UK used to be, as the second and the first and the second. Probably we cannot overtake Chinese economy, but first and the third economy together to be able to compete with China. Pakistan is a smaller factor, but they will keep on creating trouble. And China will do its best to have trouble on our northern border, from our western border. So they'll continue to do that.
Shut up. You know, the cynics would say that, look here, Donald Trump is a politician. He's doing it because he wants the Hindu vote. So I'll put it very simply. Does Donald Trump mean what he says here? Or is he only doing this with a political intent? When he says, I'm concerned about the way in which Hindus are being targeted in Bangladesh, it's something that resonates with us. It's the stand of our network as well, right? But does he mean what he says, or is he only doing this with a political intent?
Arnab, of everybody else, I mean, you know that. 2015, he started this in 2015. You know, before RSC endorsed candidate Trump at that time for President of the United States, on the advice of Newt Gingrich, I had a very long meeting. Right around the same time I appeared in the debate in August of 2016 with you. In July, June-July timeframe, I had a meeting with candidate Trump and asked point blank his policies towards
right
India,
after
Bharat, and Hindus, and everything I asked very clearly. He was very clear right from that point on. So, he's really not a politician. I mean, that I can assure people, he is really not he's becoming a little more and more of a politician. But I remember from 2015 or 2016, when I had a meeting with him, a long meeting, a couple of hours. And so he outlined policies. I mean, he generally was in favor of India. And he's saying, oh, why aren't we selling an LNG to India? Why aren't we selling nuclear materials to India? Why aren't we selling advanced weapon systems to India? When I brought that up, I mean, before that, he kind of did not know. But he was like a businessman, like a CEO, making decisions, right? In 5 minutes, he made decisions, so many decisions he made, and he actually, unlike other politicians, he accomplished all that. When he became president, there's not one foreign aid to Pakistan was cut off to zero.
Big question is, we know that, we know he gets along very well with the Prime Minister Modi. They have a lot of respect for each other. But is he going to win? Because the whole media is against him. The whole media is against him. Sometimes I wonder who he's fighting. Is he fighting Kamala Harris or is he fighting the media? But tell me, is he going to win? Is it close? And who are the Hindus backing? Are Hindus a consolidated group? Do they matter in America?
Arnab, this interview of mine with you today might be the deciding factor. I'm telling you very sincerely. This time around, we started late. In 2016, we were a couple of months ahead. Here, the Hindu campaign has been late. There have been other priorities with the campaign. So finally, we were able to convince him to send this tweet. And on Diwali, this is a Diwali message. So we are kind of a little bit late, but you're going to see an avalanche of advertising in the next 4 days itself. And the difference in the election is going to be the Hindu vote, Hindu and Indian vote in the battleground states. When they conduct polls, when they generally conduct polls, whatever their polling system is, I kind of sort of know it, the Hindu and Indian Americans are seldom polled and a broader poll. So just think of this, in 2016, at this point in time, Hillary was up 5 to 6 points in all battleground states.
Yes.
And today is even. Okay? So for Kamala to win, she has to gain a couple, 2-3 points more, and it's not happening. So, but the deciding factor, because our campaign is starting late, is going to be the Hindu and American vote, which is more than 1 million.
We say this, that we believe in issue-based support. And I started tonight, and the Republic Media Network is India's largest, most watched, most popular network, and broadcasting in Hindi, English, Kannada, Bangla, multiple languages. I have no doubt in saying that on this issue, for standing up on this issue, I'm not saying I support Donald Trump on everything, but on this issue he stood up, and the Republic Media Network supports the stand that Donald Trump has taken on the atrocities against Hindus. Well done for him for having said that. And Shelley, best of luck for you. I don't know which way the elections will go, but you've been a really good friend to Donald Trump. So good for you to do that, and I'll see you soon. Thank you, Shalabh Kumar Shelley, for joining me tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Arnab.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have Kanchan Gupta, Senior Advisor in the Ministry for Information and Broadcasting. One of India's most popular podcasters and geopolitical strategists. I just love the way he talks. Abhijit Chawda. The outspoken, sometimes too outspoken, Salahuddin Shoaib Chaudhary, editor of The Blitz, And Sampath Shivangi will join us in a bit. He's president of the Indian American Forum for Political Education. America Narayanan is generally Congress leading political analyst from Chennai. Vivek Srivastav is anti-BJP, CPI leaning political analyst from Delhi. And Dr. Jahidul Bari is chairman of the Bangladesh Autism and Disability Institute. I want to start with you because I would like a contrary opinion. Dr. Jahidul Bari, what do you feel about Donald Trump coming out and saying that he's really concerned at the atrocities, the barbaric violence against Hindus, Christians and other minorities in Bangladesh? Sir, can't hear you. Can you unmute yourself, sir? Unmute yourself, Mr. Bari.
Yes, can you listen to me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Arnab, for inviting me in this debate. And first of all, I would like to say that Bangladesh is a country of religious harmony, and it's been going on here for 1,000 years. And yes, some unhappy situation might arise for some unrest, unrest matters. And I think it's due to some political unrest right now going on in Bangladesh. But as a whole, if want to say, it's very stable here. The Hindus, the Christians, and the other minorities are going well here. I want to assure all of you, no happening is going here.
Nothing is happening there.
Ever.
Okay, Jahidul Bari, thank you for your opening remarks. Salahuddin Shoaib Chaudhary, Mr. Jahidul Bari says nothing is happening. There has not been any violence against Hindus, and Bangladesh is a multicultural country, and this is all a figment of imagination. What's your understanding of things, Mr. Chaudhary?
Thank you very much. You see, what Mr. Bari is saying, that is exactly what Yunus and his revolutionary Islamist regime is saying. But if we have seen this statement from President Donald Trump, he has strongly condemned the barbaric violence against Hindus. And Donald Trump is not a mere individual. He has made this statement based on solid information. Definitely, there is atrocities going on Hindus, and what they are saying, doing a Bangladeshi revolutionary Islamic regime is just culture of denial. This is the culture of denial we see in Taliban regime, we see it in Pakistan, and also we see it in Iran, and same thing is happening in Bangladesh. Now, what some of the government representatives, they are saying, no, there is no repression on Hindus, those are Awami League activists.
Yes.
They are saying this barbarism is not on Hindus, on Awami League activists. What does that mean? They are trying to cover and cover and cover. But I can now on this show guarantee and declare the Bangladeshi Islamist revolutionary regime and its lapdog smart cat prepared. Donald Trump is going to impose blanket restrictions on Bangladesh. Each and every one. This is not Biden's and Kamala's rogue regime. Trump is coming, and then he will teach the perfect lesson. And if Trump doesn't come, no problem. The international community will wake up, because now we have seen, just for the sake of holding a rally in Chittagong's Lal Dighe Maidan, there has been sedition charge against Chinmoy Maharaj. And now it is seen that the Chinmoy Maharaj and 19 others, sedition. According to the law, sedition case can be only filed by the government. How these individuals are filing a sedition case and people are being arrested just because they are Hindus? And in the eyes of Yunus and his lapdogs, there is no value of Hindus, because this is a revolutionary Islamist regime, a rogue regime. They have Talibanized Bangladesh and they are destroying the country.
I'm
very sorry.
I think this has been such an important tweet, Kanchan Gupta, by Donald Trump, because you have a whole opposition in India which does not care about the plight of Hindus. And if Kanchan Gupta were to talk about it, he would be called a communal, right-wing, intolerant, Hindutva, venom-spewing Hindu. That is the kind of categorization that people like Vivek Srivastava would put of you. But now you see, even Trudeau commented on it. Did you see that today? Kanchanda, Trudeau commented on it. Everyone's talking about it. They don't know where to look. Now, what if Trump becomes president? What's the impact of what he said today? Kanchan Gupta.
Good evening, Arnab. Thank you for having me on your show. I don't want to get into an election in a foreign country, but I will just say this much, that what has happened is gradually the world is being forced to acknowledge that everything is not fine in Bangladesh, that targeted attacks on Hindus are happening. The compendium of attacks which was prepared by the organization that represents all the minority communities over there, that is primarily the Hindus, the Buddhists and the Christians. That document should now further gain credence and credibility, and somebody has to sort of call out the indifference of the regime in Dhaka. For instance, the manner in which vigilantes are going around in the countryside.
What did Trump want to do? Apart from his own election campaign.
Vivek, let him complete. Vivek, let him complete. Vivek, let him complete. I will come to you. I know you hate it when anybody speaks about Hindus being tortured, but have the patience to listen. Please continue, Kanchanda and Vivek. Just hold your horses for a minute. I will come to you.
You have vigilantes in the countryside who are trying to impose a dress code. You have targeted attacks on temples. Famous or well-known Durga Pujas which were held in Dhaka and its neighborhood could not be held this year because the Islamists there said that the same park is used for namaz and that it would become napak if a Hindu puja is held there. So all these things, and you have mentioned the Hindu teachers who have been forced to resign, including a pregnant Hindu woman who was sort of paraded by the Islamists down the street and then forced to resign. Now, to say that the attacks are happening on Awami League members is just subterfuge, and it doesn't wash. If you look at the attacks in the Chittagong Hill Tracts, the Buddhists the Chakmas are being attacked over there. Chakma women have been assaulted and raped. So all this, if you look at it in totality, we are, coincidentally or otherwise, this year's Lokhi Pujo coincides with what's happening in Bangladesh. Like the Noakhali in 1946, the Noakhali riots coincided with the Lokhi Pujo of that year. Now, I'm not saying that there is no solution to this. Of course, there is a solution to it, and the world must speak up. But sadly, while we are talking about the need for the world to speak up, you have creatures in India, self-loathing, self-hating Hindus who think that it is
strong language.
To speak up for Hindus in Bangladesh.
Strong language there.
And these creatures, and I refer to them as creatures, these creatures were also silent when the 1946 riots were happening, when the partition riots were happening.
On the debate which goes hot tonight, at a 9:15 this evening, and the debate as it goes hotter tonight at 9:15 this evening, my view, before I go to my next panelist, though I would request everyone, including the very erudite Kanchan Gupta, to stop describing any other co-panelist as a creature. He repeated the word creature 3 times for emphasis.
That's all right.
And that was avoidable in my view, but Kanchanda is a polemicist and has used it in that direction. Well, my view, I'm not saying all Muslims targeted all Hindus in Bangladesh. But to say, like the Wire says, that some student movement leaders took it upon themselves to guard Hindu temples, as some people say, noble Muslims are safeguarding vulnerable Hindus at the cost of their own lives. This is the positioning that is happening, right? Noble Muslims are safeguarding vulnerable and weak Hindus at the cost of their own lives. I believe this is false. Ladies and gentlemen, the story I like to recount is of a letter that went viral on social media by an assistant professor called Rontu Das, assistant professor at Chittagong University's history department, forced to resign, facing death threats. He resigned, but in his letter he talked about the discrimination he faced. And nobody spoke for him. Amerikai Narayanan didn't speak for him. Rahul Gandhi didn't speak for him. Muhammad Yunus didn't speak for him. Vivek Srivastava will speak against him. And that's why tonight Donald Trump's position is making them shaky. Yes, my next speaker is Vivek Srivastava.
He needs Indian votes. That is the problem. And when he came to know that Kamala Harris, being of Indian origin, is going to sponge off all the Indian vote, he needed a gimmick, he needed an excuse, he needed an issue, and that is what he has done. I dislike this man. He's a fanatic, a fascist. We saw what happened at Capitol Hills, and he does not represent the democracies of the world at all. Very clearly, Mr. Modi can go and sit with him, have tea with him, support him, dream of again Agni Bhat Trump Sarkar. That is his personal business. He has no business to be speaking in matters of either India or Bangladesh or Pakistan. It's none of his business. Let him speak on the black rights first. Let him speak.
Vivek Srivastava wants to speak about black rights. Vivek Srivastava wants to speak about black rights. Vivek Srivastava wants to speak about what is happening in Connecticut and in Minnesota and in Massachusetts. But he will not talk about 91 Hindu sub-inspectors dismissed from the Sharda Police Department in Bangladesh, from not allowed to complete their training at the Sharda Police Academy, dismissed on charges of indiscipline and irregularities. He will not speak. He will not speak about Bangladeshis who cannot perform Durga Puja this year.
I will speak on Bahraich, Arnab, where a young boy was forced, mentally he was forced to go into the house of a Muslim, intrude, pull down the flag, and after the violence, heavy rioting, and the government of UP, Uttar Pradesh, did nothing to stop it. And that is what is happening in this country. And Mr. Kanchan Gupta should speak on that. Mr. Kanchan Gupta should speak on all this rioting and the communal violence that we are facing back here in India, instead of preaching the Bangladeshis what to do.
Does Kanchan Gupta want to respond? Does Kanchan Gupta want to respond on this debate? I allow Kanchan Gupta a response because he deserves one now. Kanchan Gupta.
Number one, I'm quite amused to hear a communist talking about parliamentary dignity. The Communist Party stands out with distinction for describing Parliament as a pigsty. Look up and read up your own history, Mr. Whatever your name is.
Vivek Srivastava.
Number two,
popularly known as Vivek Jinping.
Number two, I am quite aware of
Kanchan Gupta is countering you tonight. He's allowed to. He's allowed to.
That does not stop me from talking about shortcomings in other countries. I mean, the Communist Party of India passed an official resolution supporting the creation of Pakistan. The Communist Party of India in 1946, 47, 48, right up to 1966, they kept on opposing the transfer of population. They kept on opposing the ingress of refugees. This man does not know his own party's history, and he's coming and talking over here from a public platform.
And the Sangh were busy.
Okay, now opening our next debate tonight as we debate this. We are in a weird situation. I welcome Abhijit Chawda on the debate with Amerikai Narayanan on the right. And also joining Abhijit Chawda will be Dr. Sampath Shivangi, President of the Indian American Forum for Political Education. We are in a situation this Friday night where we have some people in India, I call them hypocrites, who are concerned about Muslims worldwide, but are not concerned about Hindus next door. There are people in our country who are concerned about the human rights of Yaqub Memon and what Kasab had for lunch, but are not concerned about what is happening to Hindus in Bangladesh. Our next speaker on the impact of what Donald Trump said is Abhijit Chawda. Abhijit, what's the impact of what he said? Audio not clear, Abhijit. We are going to wait. Fix your audio. Hello, Abhijit. People want to hear you, Abhijit, but your audio is not very good. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Can you say something? Very bad audio. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to throw that question before I come back to you to Dr. Sampath Shivangi, who's joining us from the US. What's the impact of Donald Trump's most recent tweet?
I think we have an issue with the audio.
We can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead, Dr. Shivangi.
Okay. Sorry. The point we can't hear you, honestly.
Dr. Shivangi. Go on, Dr. Shivangi's audio, please. America, please wait. Go on, Dr. Shivangi.
Okay.
Dr. Shivangi, please. Mr. Narayanan, can you hold on? Dr. Shivangi, would you like to make your opening remarks?
Yeah, see, my question is, I'm pro-Hindu. Naturally, I'm here for 50 years in the US. I watch every day. I've served 6 presidents of the United States. And I feel sorry what is happening in Bangladesh. Bangladesh was created by India, and Indian soldiers gave their life to make what Bangladesh is today. I think Bangladesh going against India is a kind of a travesty of the century. I think we must deal it with. And US, I think if President Trump comes back, I think we are going to set it right. I just want you to be assured that Bangladesh cannot run amok for what they are doing now. And they are there because of Hindus and India, and they can stab them back. That is my principal statement on this.
Well, thank you very much for that, Dr. Sampath Shivangi. And I'm bringing back Abhijit Chawda for his opening remarks on what he thinks Donald Trump's statement will have, what impact it will have on Hindus in America, worldwide, and on the election in the US.
Good evening. I'm sorry about the mic issue. I very strongly welcome the statement of Donald Trump. It's a very positive statement. It's a statement that no politician seemingly wants to make these days. So what Donald Trump has done is very important. He has taken a very strong stand, and he has condemned the barbaric violence that's happening in Bangladesh. And what's happened in the past 2 years is that the Joe Biden-Kamala Harris regime has conducted 2 regime change operations in the Indian subcontinent. First of all, they removed the pro-China Imran Khan regime, and now they've removed the pro-India Sheikh Hasina regime. So India is now sandwiched between West Pakistan and East Pakistan. And ever since Mohammed Yunus and that puppet regime have come to power in Bangladesh, there's been an ongoing pogrom against Hindus that very few media outlets, politicians, etc. want to speak about, except for Republic TV, of course. And that's what's happened. Now, Vivek Ramaswamy, himself a Democrat, has not made a statement that's that strong, like the one that Donald Trump has made. So what we are seeing is that Donald Trump is signaling his intentions to India. First of all, he's saying that he's going to be a very strongly pro-Hindu president. He has also said in the same statement that he's going to work together with his good friend Prime Minister Modi to take the India-US partnership forward. So he's telegraphing this to us that of course this is an election season, and these statements are obviously the objective is to win the elections and get votes. But Kamala Harris also wants the same votes, and she has not bothered to make a statement that condemns what's happening in Bangladesh and to assuage the sentiments and the sentiments of the Hindus. So we are seeing a very different approach from Donald Trump, very much strongly pro-Hindu than compared to the Democrats. So overall, I would say that this is, it's going to be good for India if Trump comes to power. Overall, US foreign policy doesn't really change a lot depending on who's on power. But if Trump comes to power, I'm pretty sure that we're going to see a much stronger, much better partnership with the US. After 2020, the US has really gone after India. They've piled on the heat. So things will improve significantly if Trump wins, which is the big question. Will he win or not? I think if he makes a deal with the deep state to some extent, he will win. Otherwise, Kamala Harris would win. So that's where we are. It will be good for India if Trump wins.
Well, things will be known in a few days or few hours. Now, America and Iran, and now that Trump has spoken for Hindus in Bangladesh, now that even Trudeau has spoken for Hindus in Bangladesh, will Rahul Gandhi say a word? Or does Rahul Gandhi think he will lose the whole Muslim vote by saying something for Hindus in Bangladesh?
I hope you won't interrupt me. We are talking about Trump, the politician of United States, supporting the Hindus and Hindu causes and minorities who are being attacked in Bangladesh. Now, I have to congratulate the Hindu group in the United States. They are carrying much better weight than the numbers suggest because they know how to influence the American election. And I had been in the United States, for your information, for 13 years. I understand the United States well. Now, as an Indian working in the United States, for the first few years, when I found a qualified Indian, I hesitated to hire him or her because I felt I may be wrongly mistaken favoring an Indian. I think Kamala Harris is in the same situation. She is Indian descent and her Indian background and heritage is well known, so she cannot be speaking politically, seeing completely supporting only the Indians. That's the reason why she has not spoken. However, I welcome Trump's statement on this. Trump not only, please understand, the word he used, which you conveniently hided, is Hindus and Christians and other minorities. I underline the word minority, which you do not like to repeat.
Why would I not like to repeat? I repeat. Hindus, Christians and other minorities. Minorities. How many times do I have to repeat the word minorities? You dislike the word minorities in the context of Bangladesh. You're the hypocrite, not me.
And again you do this. Let me finish up. You don't like the word minority. Majority cannot trample anywhere in the world the minorities' rights. That's what Trump was talking about. So make sure you understand and tell the viewers the whole story, not your kind of the story.
What do you mean your kind of story? Are you being Hindu-phobic towards me? Are you being Hindu-phobic towards me by saying your kind of story? I am a Hindu and I will speak against the persecution of Hindus. Are you being openly Hindu-phobic towards me? Are both of you trying to be Hindu-phobic towards me? Are you targeting me because I'm a Hindu?
By just supporting...
One minute. Because I'm a believing Hindu. You're an atheist, Mr. Srivastav. Be an atheist for all I care. But don't you dare target me because I'm a believing Hindu.
No, you're India-phobic.
No, one minute. I won't let you do that. You won't get away with it anymore.
You don't like India.
No, you're a Jai Palestine kind of guy.
Now that
you're a Jai Palestine kind of guy.
Direction, Arnab.
No, don't make a personal remark, America. 1 minute. Jahidul is on the debate. Jahidul is saying something. What are you saying, Jahidul? Go on.
Do that. Constantly do that. You deserve it.
Why are you going to divide the people of Bangladesh or people of India or people of any other country by Hindu, Muslim, Christians? Why? No one is minor, no one is major. Everybody has their rights and everybody has to establish their rights. They have right
to establish 1 minute. Jahidul,
they have right
Jahidul,
do something. They have right to do.
Dr.
Yeah.
Jahidul Bari. See,
yes,
I am not trying to divide anyone. All I'm saying is, why are you not willing to accept that Hindus were asked not to beat the drum or dhol or to ring the bells in pandals during the azan? Why don't you want to accept that 300 Hindu homes and businesses and 20 temples were vandalized? Several people were injured. Why don't you want to accept that 70 Hindu teachers were forced to leave their jobs amidst attacks on Hindu minorities by the radicals? You don't want to accept that? And then you give me a lecture?
I want to explain.
Yes. 70% of Bangladesh saw targeted Hindus attacks. Explain, please explain. You debate with Salahuddin Shoaib Chaudhary.
No Hindus are being targeted.
Okay, no Hindus were targeted. 1 minute. You're saying no Hindus were targeted? Did I hear you say that?
No.
No Hindus were targeted? Can you tell me? One minute. দাদা এক মিনিট দাঁড়ান আপনাকে আমি জিজ্ঞেস করছি
বলেন
দেখুন বলছি Rahul Ananda is a very well known musician celebrated across Bangladesh. I am his fan. গত বছর যখন ইমানুয়েল ম্যাক্রন বাংলাদেশে এসেছিলেন তখন he visited his house. When Emmanuel Macron came to Bangladesh, he visited the house of Rahul Ananda. And the house of Rahul Ananda was burnt, was torched. Kichu bhul bollam ki? Baniye to bolini ami. I have not made this up. Please answer me, sir, before you accuse me.
If he is attacked, it should be under
Jodi,
kept under law.
Is there a Jodi or a if in this?
Investigated. It should be investigated properly. And the people who are claimed
ki bolchen, what are you saying?
They must be punished.
What are you saying?
They must be punished. The people who did it.
If you doubt it?
No.
You doubt it? You doubt it?
I know the attack on him.
Why was he targeted?
What was the cause?
Why was he targeted? Was not because he's a Hindu?
Can I say something
now? This is the question. Was the attack because he is a Hindu?
Was the attack because he's a Hindu? Salahuddin Chaudhary is responding to Jahidul Bari. Salahuddin Chaudhary, please.
Yes. Mr. Bari is trying to cover up the incident of attack on Rahul Ananda's residence, where they not only attacked his house, they destroyed 3,000 handcrafted instruments. And now he is saying because Rahul Ananda is a Hindu. If the same thing would have happened with a Muslim, they would have said, it is happening. Because these are the people who are screaming for Rafah, for Gaza. And now, when a Hindu is attacked, when a Hindu is killed, when Hindus are raped, they say, because this is the rogue culture of denial.
Oh, Mr. Bari is responding, Mr. Salahuddin. Mr. Bari is responding to you. I have limited time, let him respond.
Mr. Salahuddin, I want to say no people in Bangladesh should be attacked due to their religion. If he is a Hindu, no, he shouldn't be attacked by the Muslims. But if he is a criminal, he should go under punishment according to the law. If he is a Muslim, he should go under punishment according to the law.
I have to conclude this debate because I have to go immediately to a breaking news story. I thank you all for that debate, all of you. And ladies and gentlemen, my breaking news story is from Budgam, where our reporter is on the spot. Our reporter is our Srinagar Bureau Chief, our Kashmir Bureau Chief, Zeenat, and she is with us right now. And the latest information I have, Zeenat, is that this attack, there were gunshots heard near the railway station in Manzam. Can you tell us your location and what you have with you on the ground? Zeenat, what is the latest?
See, Arnab, I'm reporting from the Mazhama. This comes under district Budgam at 20 kilometers from the Srinagar city, and we are at a spot where this attack has taken place. These workers are basically from UP natives and were working in the Kashmir Valley. They were working on a construction of a water tank under Jal Jeevan Mission, and they were coming from that very spot and were about to reach to their home when they were targeted by the terrorists at this very location. Both the residents of the UP have received the gunshot injuries. One is injured. He has received the leg arm injury and another arm injury, and both have were first received at the sub-district hospital Mazhama and later were shifted to JVC Bemina, where the condition has been stable. Meanwhile, we are seeing the reinforcement has been rushed by the security forces, the joint forces from the J&K police, CRPF and the army, who have completely cordoned the entire area, and also the crime spot was examined by the Jammu and Kashmir police. In the last 12 days, we are seeing almost this is the 6th attack that has taken place in the Kashmir Valley, starting from the Anantnag, where a territorial army Jawan was killed by the terrorist, and then later the focus shifted to Shopian, and then we witnessed the Sonmarg, the Central Kashmir, then again in the morning the Tral, and then the Bhuta Patri in Gulmarg, which comes in the North Kashmir, and now we are seeing the focuses again. It seems like again a kind of a cycle of violence that has once again started in the Kashmir Valley. Though Kashmir has witnessed a calm because of the continued efforts coming from the all joint forces, but again for the last 12 days, it seems a spiral kind of attacks that has taken place. If I ask my VJ Mubashir to show you the place where this incident has taken place, and also you see the deployment of forces on the ground coming from Jammu and Kashmir police, the Budgam police is here, and then the CRPF and the army who are completely dominating the area and also looking into the incident. And also the CASO has been launched in the bylanes because this is the interiors of the Budgam, the Mazahama bridge, the railway bridge where this incident has taken place. Though we are picking from the sources that this is a local hand once again where they targeted the non-locals, and obviously a small weapon has been used, and it's usually a winter time where we see mostly the people in Ferran-clad person has shot upon these UP natives.
Well, Zeenat, you know, this is so unfortunate, and you've been the first reporter to reach the spot. We will come back to you once again, and we expect a more detailed report by tomorrow morning on this. Zeenat, thank you very much. That's Zeenat from Budgam in Jammu and Kashmir, where there have been an attack once again targeting workers who are in Jammu and Kashmir, who are working from other states who have come to work in Jammu and Kashmir. Ladies and gentlemen, we have big debates. On the other side tonight, why China NC is taking on all those who are trying to make misogynistic statements in the middle of the Maharashtra elections. Please keep watching Republic.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. I'm too busy, baby, making plans on how to get me one of them mail-in mans. All I want is a touch of love.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Director, the taste of success.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. I'm too busy, baby, making plans on how to get me one of them mail-in mans. All I want is a touch of love.
Kharge ji, please give the first lesson of this confession. Don't make announcement unless there is a proper financial provision to Mr. Rahul Gandhi first. क्या श्रीमान खरगे साहब माफी मांगेंगे? जो तेलंगाना में हो रहा है, जो कर्नाटका में हो रहा है, जो हिमाचल प्रदेश में हो रहा है?
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. All I want is a touch of love.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, mass comm, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Director, the taste of success.
ये रसगुल्ले एक काम करेगा मेरा, मुझे तेरी दीदी का फोन चाहिए पर उसे पता नहीं लगना चाहिए। लाके देगा ना बेटा।
शाही को ना मार, इसमें वफादारी भरी हुई है।
20 रुपए दूंगा।
डन।
ले आए बेटा, शाबाश। पासवर्ड
20 रुपए और लगेंगे।
ठूस ले समोसे।
1 2 3 4।
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. All I want.
Jesus misguided him. Where is the question of at no point of time Congress party has not gone back to the word. Whatever we had promised in the country, in the entire starting from the day of independence till today, not even a single program has been taken back.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. All I want is a touch of love.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, mass comm, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University. Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, mass comm, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. I'm too busy, baby, making plans on how to get me one of them manly men.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
In the way a person speaks, when not reading a script, a person reveals himself, his or her real self. When senior Uddhav Sena leader says that his BJP Eknath Shinde adversary in the Maharashtra elections, China NC, is a quote-unquote foreign mal. I repeat, foreign mal. He reveals his mindset, his crude thinking. But the fact that an entire India alliance is supporting him when he calls a political adversary, a woman, foreign mal, that is what is disturbing. The Uddhav Sena Vadra Congress and NCP supported Arvind Sawant says that in his view, there are only two kinds of women. Foreign mal, or in his words, original mal. Shaina NC, in his view, is foreign mal. And all other women are also either foreign mal or original mal. Now, what does mal mean in Hindi? Mal means material. Mal means goods. Mal means in Hindi saman, vastu. These are the usual synonyms. Basically, something that can be bought and something which can be sold. So, according to the Uddhav Sena, Congress and NCP, and all their highest leaders who are supporting this comment by remaining quiet. Rahul Gandhi is supporting this comment by remaining quiet. So is Priyanka Vadra, Sonia Gandhi, Sharad Pawar, Supriya Sule, all the lot of them. In their view, therefore, women are mal or material, mal or goods, goods which can be bought and sold. Some women are foreign goods according to them, and some women, according to this alliance, are original goods. But in the views of the MVA alliance in Maharashtra, all women are mal, all women are goods, goods who according to these leaders can be bought and sold. Now, why am I emphasizing on exactly what mal means and what this MVA candidate said? And why am I emphasizing on the fact that the Vadras, Gandhis, Pawars are supporting this low thinking? Because unless we, that is you and me and all of us, make a huge noise about it. Because you see, I always believe you have to be shout to be heard in this country. And unless you make a huge noise, then politicians will get away by describing all women as mal, objects which can be bought and sold. Now, viewers, if you make this video viral, you will help me put pressure on these kind of political leaders to check their words, put pressure on their bosses to make such misogynistic leaders pay. It's our choice. I know you forward many videos. Today, I am personally requesting you to forward this video so that politicians who call women mal, foreign mal or original mal, as objects, and who believe women are objects who can be bought and sold, I want these people to publicly apologize, and you can help me, you can make them do that. So let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, debate number 1. Debate number 2 this evening. Kharge says that we must be careful before making commitments to people before the elections. Who better than he and Rahul to understand that there is an end to Khata-Khat politics? Debate number 3 tonight. On debate number 3, why I support Donald Trump and his position against Hinduphobia. Why I openly support Donald Trump on that. That's debate number 3, and here are the headlines this Friday evening on the Debate Tonight. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge outs the flawed Khata-Khat logic of the Congress ahead of the Maharashtra elections, says the Congress should be careful before announcing poll guarantees, otherwise there will be bankruptcy.
भारत की राजनीति में एक नया शब्द माननीय राहुल गांधी जी लाया है, खटाखट। तो ये जो कई चुनाव से खटाखट चल रहा था, उसका खटाखट का क्या होगा?
In just 5 months Since the Lok Sabha elections, the Congress has officially accepted that the Khatakhat politics model has completely failed, and nobody else than the Congress president has countered Rahul Gandhi's Khatakhat politics. In the words of the MVA candidate, all women are either original mal or foreign mal. But when he describes the BJP Eknath Shinde's China NC as foreign mal, she refuses to take it lying down, says she will drag him to the courts. And Donald Trump takes an open position for Hindus. Says if others don't, if Biden doesn't, and if Kamala Harris won't, then he will take a position against the endless violence on Hindus in Bangladesh. Now, I believe my lead story tonight is not just limited to Maharashtra, not limited to Mumbai, where it is centered, but I believe it has become a national controversy. Because what the MVA candidate supported by the Congress, supported by the NCP and of course his party, the Uddhav Sena, has said is this: in his views, in the views of this senior leader Arvind Sawan, all women are mal. The only difference in his views are that some women are foreign mal or foreign goods, and some women are original mal or original goods. But all women, in his views, are mal, goods which can be bought and sold. This is what he said on China NC and how she's fighting back.
उनकी हालत देखो ना भैया, जिंदगी भर वो भाजपा में रही, अब कहीं नहीं तो इनके दूसरे पार्टी में गई, और ये इम्पोर्टेड नहीं चलता यहाँ, इम्पोर्टेड माल नहीं चलता हमारे यहाँ ओरिजिनल माल चलता है, ओरिजिनल माल है हमारा.
This is what Uddhav Sena MP Arvind Sawan said on China NC, former BJP leader who recently switched to the Shiv Sena to contest the Maharashtra elections. Ever since, Arvind Sawan has faced the wrath of leaders from across the political spectrum over his highly condemnable remarks. In an exclusive interview to Republic TV, China NC directly took on the Uddhav Sena and its misogyny.
माँ मुंबा देवी का खौफ रखिए, मैं महिला जरूर हूँ लेकिन मैं माल नहीं हूँ. ये 21वीं सदी में सक्षम महिला लड़ेगी और आपको माफी मांगनी पड़ेगी.
China has now filed an official police complaint against Uddhav Sena's Arvind Sawan.
Arvind Sawan, hi, hi. Arvind Sawan, hi, hi. Arvind Sawan, hi, hi. Arvind Sawan, hi, hi.
Meanwhile, the entire Shiv Sena has rallied behind its leader, with some saying that it becomes a trend in the Indie to make objectionable remarks for women.
मैं अब पूछना चाहती हूँ प्रियंका चतुर्वेदी को. वे कांग्रेस छोड़कर आई क्योंकि वहां पर उनको बहुत बुरा सुलूक किया गया. उनके साथ अरविंद सावंत जिन्होंने ये कहा है, क्या उसका वो निषेध करेंगी या वो उद्धव ठाकरे की पार्टी छोड़ देगी इस बयान पर? ये प्रियंका चतुर्वेदी को अब जवाब देना होगा.
However, despite vehement opposition, the Uddhav Sena leader remains defiant on his sexist remark.
बयान में मैंने उनका नाम भी नहीं लिया है. इनको नैरेटिव सेट करना लगता है कि भाई यहाँ ने कुछ तो करो, बदनाम करो, तो मैं तो उल्टा कहूंगा. डिफेमेशन मेरे ऊपर कर रहे हैं, उल्टा मैं कहूंगा, उल्टा मेरे चरित्र पर लांछन लाने की कोशिश हो रही है, उसके भी निर्भसना करता हूँ.
The biggest question remains, where is the women's rights lobby and why are they silent over India's all-out misogyny?
This is a big debate. Before I start, there is some breaking news. I have received our newsroom that there has been a terrorist attack in Budgam. in the Kashmir Valley, and there are 2 non-locals who have been shot at. This news just came in. We'll update you more when we get some. Pooja Mishra from the Samajwadi Party and Sanju Verma, both national spokespersons of the SP and BJP respectively. Kishore Tiwari, national spokesperson for the Shiv Sena Uddhav faction. And Shaina NC is the candidate from Mumba Devi Vidhan Sabha, who has been described, most unfortunately, as foreign mal. I repeat, foreign mal by the Uddhav Sena. If you have the guts, then Kishore Tiwari, repeat what has been said about her by your party. Your party says that all women are mal, some women are original mal, some women are foreign mal. So can you please categorize who is who? Who comes under foreign mal and who comes under original mal? Option 1. Option 2, quietly apologize on national television to Shaina NC right now. If you apologize to Shaina NC right now on behalf of Uddhav Thackeray, then I will let you go.
Arnab, first I will tell you that I have personally called Shaina NC and submitted unconditional apology. It was a slip of tongue and it was not a version of India land. Supriya Sunet has condemned, Supriya Sule has condemned, and my party does not owe this statement. Because
I need the 4 windows, please.
Because China is there. I have been respecting her. She is the authority in fashion technology. She is the daughter of Nana. So I am apologizing once again unconditionally, and this is an unfortunate development. All the leaders actually should control their tongue. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I will see that the things are not repeated in future. China, best of luck for you. I know your contribution with your father and your contribution in their NGOs. This is an unfortunate development, but this is not an official stand of MPA and all these things. And why are now you are generalizing all these things? One leader has taken a irresponsible